Over 1,000 people are suing the makers of drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy, saying the medications gave them debilitating side effects.
There was literally a run to doctors to prescribe this medication for them off-label in order to help them with their weight loss.
We don't have decades worth of data on these medications. We just don't in humans.
You see celebrities, and you probably think you know how they lose weight so fast. You figure it's just extreme diets, personal trainers, and tons of money, right? Well, the good news is, there's a much bigger secret, and it's way darker than you think. I've looked into what's really going on behind the scenes, and it turns out Hollywood's new favorite weight loss tool is actually a diabetes drug, and it's creating a secret health crisis that nobody wants to talk about. In this video, I'm going to show you the real story. We're going to count down the 25 most shocking celebrity transformations that prove this isn't just about looking good anymore.
Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel.
And drop a comment letting us know where you're watching from.
Let's start with a story that shows just how wrong things can go.
It's kind of at this point eating me alive, and it's not, and I had to really think about it. I just wanted to be on my terms when I was ready.
Influencer Remi Bader's experience with Ozempic wasn't just bad. It was a total medical nightmare that landed her in the hospital. She spoke out about it, describing how she was vomiting every single day, making it impossible to live a normal life. But here's where it gets even worse. After she had to stop taking the drug, her binge eating disorder came back, and it was more severe than ever before.
So it doesn't work when you get off of it.
I gained double the weight back after.
Think about that for a second. The one thing that was supposed to help her get control actually made everything worse. Her health got so bad that she was left with only one choice: to get bariatric surgery. Remi's journey is a huge warning. It shows that for some people, these drugs aren't a simple fix. They can kick off a chain reaction of health problems that are far more serious than the weight itself. Her story is terrifying, but what happens when a celebrity decides to take matters into their own hands and ignore the dosage rules completely? This is the story that should probably scare anyone thinking about misusing these drugs. Australian PR expert Roxy wanted to lose 15 kg, and she wanted to do it fast.
I'm going to be skinny.
Yes.
No matter what.
So she made a decision that almost turned fatal. She took 4 times the prescribed dose of Ozempic. The side effects were brutal. She had uncontrollable vomiting and symptoms that looked like seizures as doctors tried to get her stable. Her body was in crisis, all because she was desperate for faster results.
So, of course, I bought it. I tried it. I took 1.8 hit, which was 4 times the amount in the first go.
Since then, she's become a huge critic of the drug, warning people about the dangers. Her story is the ultimate proof that this isn't some harmless beauty product. It's a powerful medication that can be incredibly dangerous if you don't respect it. Roxy risked her own life just to lose weight, and it's a risk she almost lost. While she suffered from taking too much, others found that even the right amount can cause unexpected and painful problems. Most people hear about nausea when it comes to these drugs, but Jennifer Fessler from The Real Housewives had a totally different and really painful side effect.
And I did lose a lot of weight. I took peptides that I don't know if you've heard of, medications associated with that.
Her use of a weight loss drug led to her being hospitalized for something you don't hear about much: a severely impacted bowel. This is a serious and dangerous condition that happened because she didn't follow her doctor's advice about drinking enough water and getting enough fiber while on the medication. Sure, she lost 22 pounds, dropping from 180 to 158, but the price she paid was an emergency medical situation that could have been completely avoided. Her story is a big reality check. These drugs aren't magic. They come with a strict set of rules, and if you ignore them, you could end up with major health issues. It shows that sometimes the shortcuts we take to look better can end up hurting our bodies in ways we never expected. And speaking of unexpected outcomes, what about when the drug just stops working?
That is a supply that you wish you had.
For every celebrity who praises these drugs, there's another one who can tell you how it all went wrong. Dolores Catania, also from The Real Housewives, had a journey that shows this miracle can fail big time. At first, it seemed to be working. She lost 20 pounds on Ozempic and Mounjaro and was happy with the results. But then, her dream situation turned into a huge problem. She said that Mounjaro just stopped working for her, and she gained all 20 pounds right back.
I'm having a really hard time right now. My Mounjaro stopped working. I gained 20 pounds.
What?
It was like all her progress was erased in a flash. To make things even tougher, she had to have heart surgery, which got in the way of her treatment. Her experience tells a big truth that many don't want to hear. For a lot of people, these results don't last. The second the drug is stopped or loses its effect, the weight can come right back. Dolores' story pulls back the curtain on the idea that this is an easy, one-time fix.
I think maybe there was a part of me hearing the word beautiful that was like, no, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be on that.
When Demi Moore showed up at some recent events in 2025, the conversation wasn't about her clothes, it was about her shocking and almost unrecognizable appearance. The iconic actress, who has been a symbol of beauty for decades, suddenly looked alarmingly thin. Her face appeared gaunt and hollowed, a look that immediately sent social media into a frenzy of speculation. Fans who have followed her career for years began expressing serious concern, with many guessing that her dramatic new look was the result of something more than just a disciplined lifestyle. While it's possible it could be for a demanding movie role, her appearance fits a disturbing pattern we're seeing across the industry, where established stars feel an intense pressure to maintain an impossible standard of thinness. Demi Moore's situation has become a powerful example of how even Hollywood legends aren't immune to the industry's most dangerous new trend, raising the unsettling question of what the real price of fame is today. But while her transformation sparked rumors, our next star openly admitted to it. You would think that being one of the greatest athletes in history would make you immune to Hollywood's impossible body standards.
I literally tried everything. I mean, running, walking, biking, stair climber, like you name it, I did it.
But Serena Williams' story proves that no one is safe from this pressure. After retiring from her legendary tennis career, Serena embarked on a weight loss journey that shocked the world. Not because she transformed, but because of how she did it. She openly admitted to using the GLP-1 medication Zepbound to lose 31 pounds. The most stunning part of her confession was her reason. She said she couldn't reach a healthy weight even when she was training for 5 hours every single day. Think about that. A world-class athlete with unmatched discipline and access to the best trainers on the planet still felt that traditional fitness wasn't enough. Her story was a bombshell that exposed the brutal limitations of diet and exercise when faced with biological plateaus. It highlighted a truth many celebrities try to hide. Sometimes, even maximum effort can't deliver the results the industry demands. Serena's honesty framed her transformation not as an act of vanity, but as a necessary medical step, revealing just how deeply these drugs have become integrated into the highest levels of society. Her story is shocking, but what happens when the changes are so extreme they spark genuine alarm?
And you know, there is something very important that we need to do as soon as possible.
For decades, Nicole Kidman has been a pillar of Hollywood elegance, but her recent appearances at award shows have been sparking alarm instead of admiration. The 57-year-old actress has appeared on red carpets looking so incredibly skinny that it has become a major topic of conversation among fans and medical experts alike. Sources have noted her very taut face, but what truly caused widespread concern was her frame, with her spine and shoulder bones visibly protruding in a way that many found deeply unsettling. This drastic change has led to widespread speculation that her appearance is the result of a combination of interventions, with weight loss drugs like Ozempic being the likely primary cause. The visual evidence strongly suggests a rapid and extreme reduction in body mass, something that is incredibly difficult to achieve naturally, especially at her age. Kidman's transformation raises serious questions about the lengths to which A-list actresses must go to maintain their place in an industry that remains notoriously unforgiving about aging.
It's hard, the industry, because you're constantly already, even at a young age, comparing yourself.
Nicole Scherzinger has always been known for her incredible physique, but her appearance at the Tony Awards left viewers doing a double take for all the wrong reasons. The Cat Doll's frontwoman showed up with hollowed cheeks and a dramatically changed facial structure, classic signs of a rapid and significant weight loss that medical experts were quick to point out. The timing of her transformation was particularly suspicious, as it coincided with the immense pressure of her career and a demanding Broadway schedule, a world where physical perfection is often a non-negotiable part of the job. Experts suggested that she might have used a weight loss drug like Ozempic, as her new look mirrored the telltale signs that have become synonymous with the medication. Her case highlights a growing trend among performers who operate at the highest levels of the entertainment industry. When faced with the grueling demands of live theater and the constant scrutiny of the public eye, many are allegedly turning to these injections as a way to maintain a camera-ready appearance. Scherzinger's transformation is a stark reminder that behind the standing ovations reactions and rave reviews, there often lies a secret struggle to meet impossible standards. But the physical change is only half the story. For some, the mental toll is even more severe.
I'm one of those people who's always had a weight issue, and now that I'm a size large instead of an XL or a 2XL.
Perhaps one of the most dramatic and brutally honest transformations of 2025 came from Rosie O'Donnell, who lost over 50 pounds using Mounjaro. But her story isn't about celebrating weight loss. It's a terrifying look at the psychological damage that can follow such a rapid change. Rosie candidly admitted to suffering from body dysmorphia, revealing the deeply unsettling fact that she can no longer recognize herself when she looks in the mirror. This psychological toll is a side effect that many celebrities refuse to discuss, but Rosie's honesty has shed a crucial light on the mental anguish that can accompany such a drastic physical transformation. The change was so extreme that it coincided with her relocation to Ireland, a move that some reports claim was a way for her to hide from the public eye, while her body underwent these major changes. Her journey reveals that losing a massive amount of weight doesn't automatically lead to happiness or self-acceptance.
Everybody can buy it. Men or women, any age, any size. It's not like fashion. Beauty's for everyone.
The weight loss drug phenomenon isn't just confined to actors and singers. It has firmly taken hold in the world of models and social media influencers, where appearance is everything. Elle Ferguson's transformation, for instance, perfectly aligns with a disturbing pattern of Australian social media personalities who reportedly gain access to these medications through medical tourism. While specific details about her use are limited, her rapid change fits the mold of those who travel to obtain the drugs with fewer questions asked. Meanwhile, male model Jordan Barrett's transformation has been even more alarming. His extreme thinness and significant facial changes have sparked a wave of concern on social media, with many commenters noting that he appears to be just skin and bones. The speculation around him involves a combination of cosmetic procedures and potential weight loss medication use. Together, their stories represent how this trend has infiltrated the influencer class, a world where likes and brand deals are directly tied to maintaining a specific and now dangerously thin aesthetic.
Everybody thinks it's Ozempic. It's not. It's something else. But it's something that aids in helping break down the sugar. Obviously, my body doesn't do it right.
Kelly Clarkson's stunning 50-plus pound weight loss became a massive topic of speculation, but her story adds a new, concerning layer to the conversation. For a long time, she remained silent as rumors swirled, but eventually, she clarified that she did use a medication to help her, though one different from Ozempic. What makes her case particularly interesting is the reason she started. Kelly revealed that her doctor had been chasing her for 2 years to try the medication, pushing her to use it as a solution for her health and weight, which had peaked at 203 pounds. Her transformation happened to coincide with her move to New York and other lifestyle changes, but the fact that it was doctor-prescribed and persistently recommended helps normalize the use of these powerful drugs as a primary, go-to solution rather than a last resort.
When I was bigger, if they had Ozempic, I probably would have tried it because I tried any other thing.
When it comes to the Kardashians, cosmetic and body transformations are practically part of the family brand. However, Khloé Kardashian found herself at the center of the Ozempic controversy, and her response only added fuel to the fire. Despite her dramatic appearance changes in 2023 and 2024, she has consistently denied ever using the drug. But it was one candid admission that made her denials ring hollow for many fans. Khloé openly expressed regret that a drug like Ozempic wasn't around 10 years ago. When she first began her major weight loss journey, this statement was a bombshell. How can you deny using a product while simultaneously wishing you had access to it sooner? For critics and skeptical fans, this was all the proof they needed. It framed her not as someone who disapproves of the method, but as someone who simply missed the opportunity to use it. Her comment validates the drug's appeal and positions it as a desirable, even enviable tool for transformation, completely undermining her claims of achieving her physique through natural hard work alone. It's a classic case of celebrity hypocrisy that has only intensified the speculation surrounding her.
And I feel bad that, it's made anyone feel horrible about themselves. But that's not my job.
In today's climate of suspicion, Adele's incredible 100-pound weight loss has become an anomaly, a transformation so significant that people refuse to believe it was natural. Despite persistent speculation and endless rumors that she must have used Ozempic, the singer has maintained that her results were achieved the old-fashioned way, through grueling, intensive exercise. Her regimen was intense, reportedly involving workouts 2 to 3 times a day over a 2-year period. Yet, even with this clear explanation, the Ozempic accusation accusations continue to follow her. Her story is a fascinating case study in how the cultural narrative has completely shifted. Just a few years ago, her journey would have been celebrated as the pinnacle of discipline and hard work. Now, it's viewed with deep skepticism. The fact that a natural transformation of this magnitude is no longer seen as plausible shows just how normalized these weight loss drugs have become. The public is so convinced that every celebrity is using a shortcut that they can no longer recognize or believe in genuine effort. Adele's experience proves that in the age of Ozempic, you're suspect no matter what you do. And she isn't the only one fighting these accusations.
Got me out of a deal I made for 11 records for $9,000.
Lana Del Rey became another prime target for Ozempic speculation after she lost a noticeable 50 pounds throughout 2024. As photos of her slimmer figure began to circulate, social media was immediately flooded with claims that she must have jumped on the weight loss drug bandwagon. However, as fitness experts began to analyze her transformation, a different story emerged. They noted that unlike many who use these drugs and lose both fat and muscle, Lana had maintained significant muscle mass, which strongly suggested her weight loss was the result of consistent and dedicated strength training, not medication. The narrative was further bolstered by an interesting detail. Her transformation coincided with her training at the same gym as Taylor Swift, a place known for its rigorous and effective workout programs. Lana's case has become a key counter-argument in the Ozempic debate, demonstrating that it is still possible to achieve dramatic results through hard work. Her story serves as a crucial reminder to look beyond the initial shock of a transformation and examine the physical evidence before jumping to conclusions about pharmaceutical intervention. Sometimes, though, it's not the evidence but the timing that creates the suspicion.
In terms of my weight?
Yeah, like view in a different way.
I mean, it's crazy that I had that concern.
Sometimes getting healthy at the wrong time can make you a target. That's exactly what happened to Breaking Bad actor Jesse Plemons, whose 50-pound weight loss created automatic suspicion for one simple reason: its timing. His transformation coincided perfectly with Ozempic's surge in Hollywood, leading the public to immediately connect the dots and assume he was using the drug. However, Plemons clarified that his results were due to intermittent fasting, a popular but entirely natural dietary method. He even expressed his frustration with the situation, complaining about the unfortunate timing of his decision to get healthy right when the Ozempic craze was exploding. His experience resonated with many and highlighted a new frustrating reality where the cultural obsession with these drugs creates false narratives around those who are genuinely putting in the work.
So I wanted to be like fun and edgy, so like black tie mixed with like a little crop top.
Tori Spelling's weight loss journey is a shocking look into how celebrities are treating powerful pharmaceuticals like items on a cosmetic menu. The Beverly Hills star's transformation after her 5th child became a case study in medication switching and a blatant disregard for medical consistency. She openly admitted that she first tried Ozempic, but when it didn't work for her, she simply had her doctor switch her to Mounjaro, which proved to be more effective. Using Mounjaro, she successfully dropped from 160 to 120 pounds. But the most alarming part of her story came next. She decided to discontinue the medication in January 2024, not for health reasons, but because she was afraid of losing too much weight. This casual, trial and error approach to potent diabetes drugs reveals a complete lack of medical seriousness. She treated these medications like skincare products, hopping from one to the next until she found something that worked, and then stopping on a whim. Her story exposes a dangerous level of normalization and a stunning lack of supervision in how Hollywood's elite are using these drugs. This casual attitude has become so common. It's even led to public call-outs.
Diet and exercise recently, but over the summer I really made a very conscious decision.
The Real Housewives star Kyle Richards found herself in the middle of a firestorm of Ozempic speculation after she posted photos revealing a dramatic weight loss and a visible ribcage. Fans immediately accused her of using the drug, but Richards launched a campaign of vehement denial, going to great lengths to explain her new lifestyle. She detailed her strict regimen of no alcohol, no sugar, and no carbs, combined with a high-protein diet, which she claimed was solely responsible for her dropping from 132 to 117 pounds. However, despite her detailed explanations and consistent denials, a large portion of her fan base remained deeply skeptical. The visual evidence was so dramatic that many found it hard to believe it could be achieved naturally in such a short period.
It's good. Thank you, baby. You do. You look great. How are you staying in shape these days? Well, that's Ozempic.
Comedian Tracy Morgan's relationship with Ozempic has been a roller coaster of honest admissions and bizarre comedic deflections. Initially, he was upfront about using the drug for his diabetes, even joking on talk shows that it had cut his appetite in half. However, when the results didn't seem to match expectations, his story took a strange turn. He started claiming that he had out-eaten the medication and had actually gained 40 pounds while on it. This led to a flurry of headlines and confusion, but he later admitted that his comments were just a joke. This back and forth reveals the complex and often uncomfortable relationship many celebrities have with publicly discussing their use of these drugs. When the reality of his journey became less than glamorous, Morgan resorted to humor as a defense mechanism, a way to mask his struggles and deflect from serious discussion. His story is a powerful example of how comedy can be used as a shield in Hollywood, allowing stars to control the narrative around a sensitive topic without having to confront the often disappointing or complicated truth. But while some use humor, others are using their platform to advocate for the
One of the things that's helped me drop the weight is the Mounjaro.
Whoopi Goldberg's transformation using Mounjaro did more than just change her appearance. It brought the entire weight loss drug conversation to the forefront of mainstream television. The View co-host, who had reached a peak weight of 300 pounds, revealed that the medication helped her lose the weight of almost 2 people. But more importantly, she used her prominent platform to advocate for an end to the judgment surrounding these medications. Because her use was framed as a medical necessity to manage her diabetes, it provided a layer of legitimacy to the broader conversation, shifting the narrative from pure vanity to one of health and wellness. Whoopi's candid discussions on a major network talk show helped to destigmatize the use of these drugs for millions of viewers. By positioning it as a valid medical tool, she has played a significant role in normalizing what was once a whispered secret, making it a more acceptable and open topic of discussion in households across America. And she's not the only longtime TV personality defending this new trend. The current Ozempic craze may seem unprecedented, but Hollywood has a long history of celebrities turning to extreme medical interventions for weight loss. The journeys of Elle, Roker and Gabourey Sidibe are powerful reminders of this. Sidibe underwent laparoscopic bariatric surgery back in 2016, a decision driven by her diabetes diagnosis, which led to a 150-pound transformation. Similarly, Today Show host Al Roker achieved his dramatic 150-pound weight loss through gastric bypass surgery, not Ozempic. While their methods were surgical rather than pharmaceutical, their stories demonstrate the lengths stars will go to for their health and careers. What's most telling, however, is how the conversation has evolved. Roker has become a vocal defender of those using Ozempic, stating that he won't judge anybody for it because eating addiction is unlike any other addiction.
It's cruel, it's unjust, there's violence and unpleasantness, but it's also majestic, and utterly beautiful and incredibly.
British actor Stephen Fry was one of the earliest adopters of Ozempic, and his experience serves as a horrifying look at the risks of being a guinea pig for Hollywood's new favorite drug. His early experiment ended in absolute disaster. As the side effects were so severe, he was left vomiting up to 5 times a day. His story reveals how celebrities often gain access to experimental treatments long before they become mainstream, taking on immense personal risk in the process. While he initially saw astonishing results, the debilitating side effects quickly became unbearable, forcing him to discontinue the treatment entirely. Fry's journey as an early adopter is a crucial cautionary tale. It exposes the dangerous reality behind the glamour, where the pressure to be on the cutting edge of body transformation can lead stars to try powerful drugs before the full spectrum of their consequences is widely understood. He paid a steep physical price for being ahead of the curve, and his story is a stark warning about the perils of untested trends. His story is just one of many that reveal the hidden dangers. As we near the top of our list, it becomes clear that this is about more than just celebrity transformations. It's about a pattern of devastating and often hidden consequences. Let's recap the most terrifying outcomes we've seen. Topping our list isn't a single celebrity, but the entire Hollywood machine that has created and normalized this crisis. The stories we've covered reveal a disturbing system where wealth determines access to experimental drugs, while social pressure drives dangerous, unsupervised self-medication. Yet Hollywood continues to push the narrative, treating powerful diabetes medications as if they are the new must-have cosmetic treatment like Botox or fillers. From Tori Spelling's casual medication hopping to Tracy Morgan's comedic cover-up, the industry is rife with behavior that trivializes the serious risks involved. The real story isn't about any one person's weight loss. It's about an entire industry that is systematically promoting a dangerous and unsustainable trend, creating a public health issue that extends far beyond the gates of Beverly Hills. The entire system is culpable for what is now a full-blown crisis hiding in plain sight on every red carpet. So, after all of that, it's pretty clear this isn't just about a few shocking celebrity photos. It's a real crisis being passed off as a beauty trend. The most concerning part is how normal it's all become, moving from a whispered rumor to something debated on network television. The industry is playing with fire, and the long-term consequences of treating powerful prescription medication as the new fountain of youth are still unknown. Hit subscribe if this opened your eyes to what's really happening in the wellness world.